Right, what are you going to do with this? Okay, well, of course, you would check the denominator and see if that factorises, which it does, of course. Difference of two squares, simple, which means it's going to be partial fractions. Now, do you go straight into the partial fractions? Or do you think, hang on, not with this type of question? That's the time to pause the video and think about what I've just said. Okay, you're not going to go straight into partial fractions with this. So give it a bit of thought, please. That's probably it. You probably unpause the video, okay? Or you're just waiting to see what's going to happen next. It's an improper fraction, isn't it? Improper fraction. So no, you don't want to put it in partial fractions, okay? Is this ringing a bell with you? Improper fractions? Yeah, I hope so. What that means is you've got to do long division, or another method. You've got to do long division, okay? You've got to rewrite that. Remember, an improper fraction is when the highest power on the numerator is the same as or above the highest power on the denominator. So it's an improper, top-heavy, if you want, fraction. Yeah, so you've got to use long division. So maybe just take a moment to check in the textbook, okay, how the long division works, because I don't want to show you that method. I want to show you a much quicker method, which some of you are going to ignore, but others might think, oh wow, I really like that method, and good on you, you should really like that method, okay? Well, what I'm going to do is this, okay? I'm going to rewrite this, okay? I'm going to rewrite the top as 9x squared subtract 4 subtract 3x plus 6. Can you see what I've done there? It's the same, isn't it? You've just simplified that. Of course, you've got that, and negative 4 plus 6 is 2. Right? Now, why do you think I've written like that? Why do you think I've written like that? Okay. Think about it while I write the next line. That was a long silence there, wasn't it? Heavy thinking going on. Okay. So I can just simplify that fraction, you see. You can see that fraction is just 1. Ta-da! Done it. And this here is plus negative 3x plus 6, or if I write the other way around, 6 minus 3x over 9x squared minus 4. Done. No need for long division. Okay, that is as a mixed term and fraction. Okay. If you're not happy with that, oh, fine, it's okay. Just have a look, make sure you're okay with the long division. Okay, because you need to be able to do long division anyway, don't you? But yeah, you'll find that they've also got the integral of 1 plus 6 minus 3x over 9 squared minus 4. Maybe you want to replay the video and just see what I did there again. Okay, so the trick is, I don't often use the term trick, but it is kind of a nice thing. It's almost like as if by magic that's happened. Okay, where did that materialise from? Somebody appreciated the Doctor Who joke there. It's just because I wanted to get the 9x squared minus 4 on the top somehow, so they all cancel, you see. And so I just rewrote the top, okay. So what that means is, this integral, if I just put the integral signs in now, is the same as the integral of that. Remember the dx is the same as the integral of that. dx. Okay? Done. Okay. I'm going to use this in a second, don't worry. But I'm going to have to rub all this stuff on the board because I've kind of put a load of work in there, and there's no way I can get through the whole question without actually clearing the board at some stage. There we go. So, you know, that's what we want to do. Okay, so kind of at the top of page 312 now. Okay, kind of, I just factorise the bottom of that for you. Alright? Okay. Well, next is the partial fractions bit on this. Okay, do the partial fractions on this. Okay, while I just clear my board a little bit and reorganise, maybe just check out the partial fractions bit there, just to remind yourself about how to get the A and the B. I'm not going to go through that again, not even on the little board for you, because I've done that quite a few times now. But I'm going to erase the whole board just to create a bit more space. Right. So at the top here, I'm just going to, before I rub it off, write down what the actual integral is. So integral of 1 plus, the partial fraction bit, yeah. So we've got, they've got A is 1, so 1 over 3x, I put it this way around, 3x minus 2, and then they got b was -2, so subtract 2 over 3x plus 2, like that. Okay with that? So all I've done is just missed out the partial fractions bit. I've written down that. Okay, right, so dx, and let's just rub the board and make way for the answer. Hopefully you're happy with that. Good. Good. Okay, and then we'll just integrate away. Oh yes, easy. X. This one here, easy, I hope so. So, can you write down this straight away? No, you can so natural log of 3x minus 2. Okay, differentiate that, you get 3, so divide by 3, you get a third. Okay, this one here, of course it's going to be negative. Maybe just think about what goes on in front, natural log of 3x plus 2, of course. The 2 there, so the numerator. And just like this one, we're going to divide by 3, aren't we? So 3 there. And then the squeeze on the plus c. There we go, like that. Okay. Then see if we can just write this slightly better form, shall we? So, what are we going to do here? I would suggest you keep the 1/3. No, I missed out the plus sign. You keep the 1/3 there, and you write it as 1/3 natural log of. Okay, and then this can be 3x minus 2, and then over, and then if we put the 2 there, 3x plus 2 squared, and then the plus c. Okay, let's just check how they've written it in the back of the book, like I always like checking. Okay, yeah, and I've not miswritten any numbers this time, so yeah, great. Okay, yeah, good. Hope you enjoyed that. The only thing that's missing, I think, are the lack of examples with limits. Okay, that's the only thing I think. Maybe they could have put an example in there with limits. All right. So in terms of the actual question, there are some limits that do come up, but not until you get to question 3. All right. So question 1 and 2, you've got parts A, B, C, D in each of those, but maybe just try some of the limits questions. Okay. Yeah. And obviously it's the same with limits. You just put the limit brackets there and don't have the plus c. Okay. All right. So that's it. Okay. Well, it's kind of goodbye for the moment, and probably goodbye from the doctor in my TARDIS themed room. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that. Okay. And if this is your last maths video for a little while, have a good evening. Okay. Yeah. See you.